Aunque estos son los carritos azules, Cuidado.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Grid Games. Today with the Motorsport event that will be held here at LC Racing Circuits with me in the live stream, Luke Carmona. Okay, think Luke Carmona is at the moment a bit AFK, but
I apologize. My mic was muted. Hello. Yes.
oh,
hi.
hello.
I will be partly quiet for this initial duration of the event of the live stream because I am still doing some preparations and I'll have to focus on all the local chat, telling people how this works. But for the moment, I'm here.
All right. So tell us a little about the event, Luke. Can you also send me the link of the bracket page?
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Okay, so where is... Okay, Astra, I am, and Link. Okay, so this is the... So technically, just for those who are not super familiar with what the grid games are, this is the equivalent of the... well, I probably won't say the name out loud because this is an official stream regarding the grid games, which is trying to avoid any and all IP. Let's just say it is a quote-unquote global sporting event with multiple categories, such as there was cycling, there was bodybuilding, wrestling, there was track and field with the 100-meter dash. It's just a big conglomerate of sports, and everyone competes to try to be the best in the top three and get that gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal. This is the racing division of that. It is the first time that this will be in these particular games, as this is the second edition of the Summer Games. I was asked to host them last year, but unfortunately there was a little time to prepare. But it is finally happening. So we have here a single loop circuit, although from the main straight it looks like a double. It will be a 1-versus-1 tournament style event, best 2 out of 3 per bracket. Each driver will start in one lane. There will be no door-to-door racing unless someone has a massive accident and gets caught up to. So you will each race for one full circuit. That is technically 2 passes of the start-finish line. And this venue here that you see, the track itself, was designed off of a real-life competition that is still held today, but in different form back in the day that this was inspired by. It is the Race of Champions. And let's see, my mind's going a bit blank here. I'm just looking at all the cars clamoring over each other. Yeah, so, okay, my mind's gone blank. This is unfortunate, but I'm still trying to prep for things, so I am a little bit dazed.
Perfect, okay. We have got the whole idea of the event, so the way to qualify is once the time arrives, which is at 11 AM second life time. A queue will be held with all the participants, and that the result of that queue will determine not the starting grid, because there's not a starting grid in this case, but their position in the bracket. We'll have this web page here. let me see what I can really see. I mean, we cannot see much yet, but basically, depending on your starting point or your position in the queue, you will be placed in a certain spot of the tournament bracket. For those that are familiar with soccer, for example, will know how a normal National Cup or Champions League bracket works. So without the group phase, it would be just the final phase where you have the quarterfinals, semifinals and stuff, but with as long as depending the drivers that we will have. And basically will be a knockout phase where I think it will be in the best of 3, I assume.
Best 2 out of 3.
So best of 3, each duel will be a best of 3. So the first driver to win 2 of the races in that direct duel will qualify for the next level in the bracket, and this all the way until the final. So the drivers will be in general waiting at the Races Island spectator hub, which is in Mango Kai, if I recall correctly. Kali Finesmith will be able to send you a link to it in the general chat, local chat in this place where we are now, LC Racing Circuits, and also in the groups where we usually have the announce the events and stuff. So the Races Island group will have does have this link already. Also, I assume in the FBA, since a lot of people are there as well, usually from the events that take part in here, or in there. And yeah, if not, I think also it's available in the Grid Games group. You will also find there the link to the spectator hub from Races Island. Since I will be streaming, I will have the privilege to be here the whole event, but only with the purpose of showing you all guys the event from the very beginning to the end, with all the duels between all the cars, and hopefully reaching the final as well. We see people. I'm gonna do a few laps so you can see. Let's wait for these cars to pass. I'm gonna do a few laps so you see what the event is about, what the race is about. So you start in one of these lanes, depending on what side you are, and you will have to complete basically technically 2 laps, but they are really, let's let this car pass. It's really not 2 laps, but 1 lap with 2 layouts.
Yeah, one big single loop.
Yes.
So I think, as I stated earlier, it looks like it's 2 lanes, but it's just one big loop of a circuit. The drivers will simply start side by side on opposite sides of the track, but next to each other, relatively speaking. So there should be no door-to-door racing. It's all purely based on how well you yourself can lap this track.
That's it. That's the perfect scenario to prove your 1v1 skills against other drivers. No traffic involved, only you and the walls. So you see, as you have noticed already, we are repeating this part of the loop. And so for each race, both drivers will have to run the 2 parts of the circuit, so they complete technically 2 laps, but it's just completing the whole layout once, and that will, the one to finish first will win the first race of the bracket or of the duel, and if they do it again in the next one, then they win 2 and they qualify for the next phase. Of course, the drivers will switch starting points between races. So if you start from the slot 1 in race 1, it means that for the race 2 you will start from slot 2, and if there is a third race, then you will start again from the slot 1. what the slot you start will depend basically on your the starting grid position you get from the queuer. There will be in the web page, you will see numbers that will be assigned to drivers, and those numbers are the ones that set from where each person starts.
I'm still typing away in my note card for my pre-race meeting notes. And
The race will be
so
here or will be in Racers Island?
everyone is going to meet up at Racers Island.
Okay.
So at 10:55, I'm going to be shutting down the track. I'm going to be moving everyone over to Racers Island, and that is where everyone will stay until it is their turn to drive. And then once they're done driving, they'll come back. You can go, like, if you want to go to Racers Island and get a view of everyone there, you can to start things off, because for the meeting, you're going to want to be there to see everything. And then once the first drivers are brought over, then I can bring you and Victoria.
Sounds perfectly fine. So yeah, I need to send to, I don't know if Kali got the link.
She did, I think, yeah. In, see the Racers Island chat, well, I don't know.
There it is, just in case I send it to her now. I mean, I sent it into the Racers Island group, so she should have got it. Just in case I will send it again. So yeah, this is it. There's not that much we can add, so now we'll wait for the initial meeting where we'll give some information to all the drivers. Is there anything, people, you want to ask in the chat? Your moment is now. We will be answering questions live now until the event starts. I'm really hyped about how the bracket will be, because of course it's completely random, so that means that two of the best drivers, for example, could already meet in the first phase, and that could mean that one of them is eliminated after one single race.
Yes, single elimination. I will not have a loser's bracket because there will be too many people, I suspect, and that will last forever.
Yes.
We only have a 2-hour window for this.
So we have to have this done in 2 hours. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the brackets, the duels between drivers. And that will be a way for some people to prove themselves as faster than others.
Yes, there's speed, sure, but there's also, because these cars are they're really small, considered all things considered. Like, they're really small, but the track is also really narrow, and they're not that slow, these things. So it's going to be interesting to see how well people can not only go quickly but efficiently around these corners. Because if you hit the walls, they're snaggy. And that's partly by design, because there will be no wall riding allowed here. If you hit the wall, you risk snagging and coming to a complete stop.
Also, stepping on the curves can also be risky, so I don't really recommend it. Sometimes it can work, but other times you are just snagged into the slow zone and you pretty much ruin your own lap.
Yes, I've actually just phantomed the curbs, because people were saying that they were occasionally snagging on them. So it's just the slow zone that you have to worry about.
Ah, that's good to know.
So I am suspecting there may be at least 1 or 2 people who will probably sign into the gate, but either disappear or just not partake at all. So in the event that a missing driver is apparent, then that their opponent will automatically advance. They will not have to race, but if they do automatically advance, that will be less track time, so hopefully they won't get too rusty by the time it's their turn again.
I mean, it's a price to pay somehow, but if you get the luck of not having to face anyone to pass, it means that in exchange you won't be as fresh as other drivers in order to face this phase, precisely,
Yes.
in the event. So the queuer will be at Races Island as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone's going to move to Racers Island at 11. And we'll stay there until it's their turn. I will not be doing any administrative stuff or meetings at LC Racing Circuits.
Good. We just got the news that in the men's division boxing from the Grid Games, Robert Vegas wins the first place, Wolverine Weriland second place, and third place for Josh Dalton. Congratulations for the medalist of the men's division of boxing. The event right before this one today, this Sunday 24th August. And now it's our time for the motorsport community to shine and to achieve a medal of the Grid Games. Ui. Okay, it's a good time to start going to Races Island. These cars disappear after a minute or so, so no worries. Here we are. I see a lot of people. I mean, I don't see them because they are still invisible, but I see a lot of name tags, which means a lot of people. Look here, asking people to register. If you still want to take part of the event and you didn't register yet, you have to come to Races Island to the Spectator Hub and come here with Luke Carmona, who will gladly take your application for the event. Remember that it's necessary to be registered, otherwise you won't be able to participate because the queuer drivers are the ones that will take part of the event, and if you are late you will just not be able to join at any point in the next couple hours. So
Yes,
you need to be here since the beginning.
Yeah, there are people who are still here at the sim. They can be if they want to push it all the way up to 11 o'clock, but they have to be at the sim at 11 because I'm locking this thing down. We have still Lobo and Krikri who are at the sim. I don't know if Lobo's going to race, but he's just standing around. He's going to need to take off here, though.
Krikri, I think he wants to race. He was asking before today if there was some event, and Lobo, guess it's a matter of telling him register for the event, and he will do, most likely. We have a good bunch of people. Not as many people as the grid, as the Carmoner 500, but still a good bunch of people. That's good, that's good. A big bracket is always a better bracket. And will make the event long and entertaining, I'm pretty certain about it. Okay, I will take my opportunity to go to the bathroom for a second, and I will be back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, I am beginning to gather all drivers around me, all who intend to participate. So I have a lot to discuss. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, and hopefully everyone understands. I hope I'm clear enough because we got to get this thing going here.
Alright, people gather close to look because the event is about to start. Here we see all the sponsors of the Grid Games. LC Racing Circuits here. You can see the Second Life Cycling Federation from Alistair, also quite a recurrent spectator of our events. We see that Premier Wrestling also took place, one of the biggest wrestling federations in Second Life. I don't know if I recognize other things. This is all, of course, part of mostly other sports like the Evergarden Equestrian and events. This is for the horse riding events. This must be the boxing one, RFC, and so on and so on.
Okay, it is now 11 o'clock. I am going to lock down LC Racing Circuits so that no one else can get there.
Good.
And go figure, 2 visitors show up right at 11. Okay, sorry, this is a little bit of a rant. Just about every single time we're about to start a scheduled event, visitors show up right before it begins.
They calculate it on purpose.
DJ Cree is not at Racers Island. Come on, man.
Remember, people, that you need to be here where I am now at Racers Island for the drivers meeting. Otherwise, you won't be able to participate because you have to anyways join the queue here in order to be sorted into the bracket. So please, people, come to Racers Island and join the queue here once it's open. Valky sending me a screenshot. I'm a bit afraid of opening it. It's Luke Carmona in front of his thingy saying register here. So all legal. Luke mentions all will be explained shortly. I am juggling a lot of stuff right now, so let's hope this goes smoothly. Thank you all for understanding. By the way, Turkey in the chat, good luck everyone. We wish good luck to everyone as well from here. And especially a lot of fun. Competition can be tough for some of us, but we will try to do our best to handle it. How is it going with the spectators?
They are not listening to me.
You have to use a bad way to handle this, which is kicking people. I see mostly people who are ready into the racing environment, but I also see a couple people who are actually new. I mean, not new, but not new in the Grid games because they already participated in other events, as far as I know, but just new into the racing environment, which are Baishun Kiyori and Tiptoe Kiyori Kiko, who I assume will take part in the event. The rest are all well-known people from our events. Luke Carmona starts the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Grid Games 1 vs 1 Motorsports Tournament.
Oh my god.
Candy says DJ Luke on the first and second cracking the hottest registration tunes. First and foremost, I would like to thank Cali Finesmith and Candy Tomorrow for not only agreeing to host us here, but for also throwing together our spectator waiting area here, which is this part here. If you want to watch the event with other people and commentate, you can also come here, where my live stream will actually be here as well, so you can watch a stream both from YouTube directly or through this big screen. I really recommend this option because you can that way meet here with all the people, chat live about the event and all the stuff. You can also use the chat, of course, but we encourage engage in the community, let's say here. Also, for those wishing to keep up on the action while you are here and or waiting for your turn, we have two live streams. Firstly, we have our primary stream that will be displayed on the screen, but can also be watched via a direct link by me. It will have live vocal commentary from both Astra and myself. Look, referring to Luke and me in this case. There will also be, of course, the perspective of Grid Games organizer Victoria Kerron. And look, I'm gonna share the link to the live stream from Victoria. Now, here is how this is going to work. I want everybody to pay attention, to pay very close attention, actually. This event will be a single elimination bracket style tournament. It will be a best out of 3 between each pair of competitors. The brackets, that's it. The bracket will be hosted with live updates via this link that we have opened here. Let me do, see if I do this now, you should be able to watch the web page that will register the movements, how the people progress in the bracket. How do we all get added to this bracket? Observe the big round queuer beside me. When I activate it, when it turns yellow, I want everyone that intends to participate to click it. If you don't intend to participate, do not click it. It will help me create my list of names that I will then add to the website so that it can sort and create our brackets. As for how the racing itself will work, please once again pay close attention. I will have two accounts managing this event. Myself, Luke Carmona, will be here to announce when it is the turn of the next two drivers. My alt, the Styx virtual cousin, will be at the track at LC Racing Circuits. When it is your turn to race, my alt will teleport you to the sim. The region will otherwise be locked down. So when it's your turn, pay attention to the Styx virtual cousin, because that is the account that will give you the TP to the track. The races themselves will be 2 laps long, being the design of the circuit that equates to 1 full loop. You will end the race where you started by crossing the line twice to race on both sides of the circuit. This is what we explained before for those that were in the stream at the very beginning. When you arrive at the track for your race, rest the car for your assigned lane. Seat your car, start the engine by clicking the car and selecting Start Engine, and then press Page Up twice, or E, to shift into mode D for drive. Once you are ready, click the big green X above your lane. It's red actually, it turns green. It will turn green with a check mark and indicate that you are ready to go. Once both drivers are ready, your race will begin. I will be already wearing my helmet outfit, so I don't have to worry about it later.
Continuing. After the first of 3 races in your bracket have concluded, you will swap lanes for the second race. If it goes down to a third race, you will swap lanes again.
That's it.
If your opponent is not present for your race, you will automatically advance to the next bracket.
Okay, remember that I had all this text ready because it's too much to write, and that would take a lot of time otherwise. Are there any questions? The moment for questions is now. Later is too late.
Malachi asks, do we res a new car for each race to ensure a proper lineup, or will there be a traditional starting block?
So the car you rest, you don't have to rest it yourself. You click the racer that's in the line. So you click that racer, the car will be placed automatically. If you have a livery, you set the livery of the car, and after that you sit, you start the engine, you turn the D gear, and you get ready for the race. By the way, the gates are phantom or physical?
Physical.
Okay, good to know.
How is this going to be live streamed? Like, is Drag gonna be capturing the footage?
Yes, I will be live streaming the whole event, all the races, including my own one. But my own one, of course, from my POV.
So unless we're watching the streaming, we won't have an idea what's going on?
Huh?
Like, how are we supposed to, like everybody else, watch the races?
I mean,
like the competitors.
Yeah, they watch the live stream link.
Yes. So the rest of the races they will see from my angle with comments. Only my race, because I cannot have bird eye and POV at the same time, will be with me just racing. But the rest of the races will be actually streamed, commented, and all the stuff. Replying to Emmy Blueberry question: do we have to be 0 scripts? No, you can be scripted because these cars have anti-cheat to prevent the boost usage, which anyways will be, of course, tracked by the organizer Luke Carmona. Reply to Sam: after you press green to be ready, is there a countdown to start? The race will be started by Stig. You will see the gate chat plus starting lights that will show the countdown and race start. What are you laughing at?
Ask now or forever be confused.
What's so confusing?
I don't know.
It's what I said in the chat. I said, any other questions? Ask now or forever be confused.
Okay. Canis Rufus asking, are we ok to take a few seconds to paint the car when getting ready? Yes. Simply wait to click on the red X above your lane so that you can set up your paint. So first of all, get ready, and once you are completely ready, you then click on the X. Not before. So of course you shouldn't take 7 minutes to get ready, but you have time to properly set up everything on your side. Now it's time to click the QR. Those who intend to participate, click this huge yellow thingy with the word QR. And
click now or forever be unqueued.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. The moment is now.
I'm gonna steal that.
Right now, 18 people registered. People. That means round of 16 plus 2 rounds of 2 duels of round of 32. So that's quite already. That's not the bracket will be quite equal, quite balanced, because only 2 drivers will have to pre-qualify before going directly into the round of 16, which is due to the nature of the bracket format. Multiple numbers of 2 are always how they make the bracket look perfectly balanced. So 2, 4, 8, 16, and so, which means that with 18 drivers, only 2 of them will have to duel with each other to qualify for the perfectly balanced round of 16. Now it's gonna be 19. If another one joins, then it will be that's it, a perfect now round of 16 with 2 duels in order to qualify for the round of 16. So those 4 drivers are actually a bit unlucky because they will have to race at least one more race than the rest. Okay, this is not the final. This is just then all the numbers that are noted. We'll get the starting bracket in a moment after these numbers are sorted. If your name is not on this list and you want to race, say so. So please, people, register now. Whoever, Morticia says, whoever wins this gets more prestige than your GP1 championship trophy, JC. I mean, definitely it has a merit because it means that you have won in duels 1 versus 1 against a lot of really high tier drivers, as we have here. So definitely is a tournament that, even if it doesn't fit with the usual stuff we do, it certainly says something about the talent of the drivers that reach the furthest point, especially those that have to face other high tier drivers, because of course you can get kinda lucky with the bracket and not have to face that many strong drivers, but if you have to face in all your way to the championship very talented drivers and strong competitors that have won races and have won championship, that's definitely merit and something to value. So the medal of the motorsports event will be definitely expensive to achieve. Look, Carmona adding the names to the website to create the bracket. This bracket that we'll be able to see here live. Look, Carmona that shares the link, but we can also see it here in this web page. Once it is updated, it should refresh automatically, I guess. So we don't have to press F5.
Yes, it will automatically update itself. You don't have to do anything to it.
Alright. So we are now waiting. I'm really hyped about how the bracket will go, because as I said before, it can happen that 2 favorites to win have to face each other already in the first round, and that means that one of them is directly eliminated in the very first round. So let's see what happens here. Angelo, who also wants to join, a bit late.
Too late.
Too late already.
There's
Sadly for
sorry.
Angelo. So is it set already? Wait, page. Doesn't update. Here it is! Here we are. Oh my god! Valky against Zenitho for the first round. Calify Smith against Clifford McTitis, Amy Blueberry against Morticia Villota, and Canis against DC. I see some couples here, like JC, you and I will face already in second round. My god, and Cali and Clifford, one of them will be out already in the first round, and Amy and Morty, one of them already eliminated in first round, and Valky and Zenitho, one of them eliminated already in the first round. So we see a lot of, jeez, really interesting duels to start with.
And Astra, you can now head over.
Alright, I'm going.
And Victoria, oh shoot.
So we will start with Valky Skylaker against Zenitho for the very first round. I will share the chat. Give me a second because I have YouTube. One thing I don't like about the Streamlabs is that when you stream with YouTube, I cannot write in the chat from the Streamlabs app. I need to open YouTube and from there write the link, but there it is. Just gonna keep it open and that's it. Alright, so let's start with the first race. Zenitho, one of the rookies of the season, against Valky, a GP1 champion. Face to face or wheel to wheel in order to qualify for the first for one of the positions in the round of 16. They are all ready. We have Victoria here, organizer of the event, as well live streaming the races.
Alright, everyone is here. Both lights are lit, so we will proceed with our first race of the day.
Such nice duels to start already the event. I know that Valky has practiced a bit more than Zenitho, but Zenitho has proved to be very fast, and Zenitho, one of his weaknesses is precisely at the moment the traffic management, but since there's no traffic, there's no weakness for Zenitho today, so it's his chance to qualify already for the round of 16. 30 seconds to start, a bit less now, 15 or so.
Yep.
Let's see.
Lights are on.
Who
5
goes
lights lit.
first?
Our first race begins now. Good clean start from both drivers as Valky goes into the intersection. A little bit tight on that first entry into the second corner. Zenitho nice and smooth through the outer loop. Now on the inside as Valky surpasses the bridge. And this gap so far looks about right for an even competition. So as they come across the line, that for this first lap, they will be separated. It does look like Zenitho is in the lead, but that is not the case. The net lead could be either one of these two right now.
They are both arriving to the final straight, and I think
it is
Valky
close.
has a slight advantage, not because if Zenitho has the speed, but Valky will win the first race with only a gap of 0.2. 0.2 is the gap that allowed Valky win the first race. Now we will go with the second one with the position swapped. I hope the angle I'm showing the race is good enough because I want to show more or less both drivers. But if it's too bad, just let me know and I will try something different. Now they have to race a new car. This time, Zenitho will start from the lane 1 and Valky from the lane 2. If Zenitho wins now, we will have a third race that will decide who qualifies for this round of 16. Otherwise, it will be Valky directly who has the advantage now, who qualifies. She needs to win now and she will qualify already. But it was a very even competition, so we can expect to be another time an even competition for the second race. 30 seconds. Lights on, and here we go.
Another good clean start. Zenitho gets a really good run through the first corner, keeping it nice and tight. Valky hits the wall, going through her turn 2. And that kind of messes her up because she does hit the slow zone coming under the bridge.
Yes, that's not good for Valky.
But Zenitho also hits the wall as he enters the bridge. So, and he hits the wall again and again. So this gap is a little bit bigger than last time. This is at the advantage of Valky.
Valky, that even if she stepped on the slow zone, she has the advantage right now because Zenitho also.
Zenitho hits the wall going under the bridge.
And goes a slow zone. That's gonna be for Valky. It's gonna be for Valky.
Yes,
this is definitely.
Unless she messes up in this final corner.
But it's gonna be for Valky, who qualifies for the round of 16 with 2 victories and no losses. 2-0 for Valky, who qualifies for this round of 16, and she will face in the round of 16 Malachi Marks. Now it's time for the Cali Smith against Clifford McTitis, as known as Clifford McDerris.
Alright, so I need to remember how to do this. It's been a while. Okay, so I zoom in on this. Valky, no. Okay, I start the tournament. And then edit. Score goes. Mark is in progress.
It's being selected now. And Valky, that will qualify for the round of 16, where she will have to face Malachi Marks. Now, we will go with Cali Smith against Clifford McTitis. Great duel between a very veteran driver as Cali Smith is against another brilliant rookie from the last season, Clifford McTitis, who will have the opportunity to prove his speed against a very talented driver and experienced as Cali is. Let's see, in the first race, experience was superior to fresh start from the rookie. Now let's see if it remains the same and Cali manages to win Clifford. I remember that Cali at these kind of races, these ROC races, she's quite good, because the 2 times that I saw her participating in one of these, in both times she achieved semifinals and finals. So definitely is a tough rival for this race. Candidate should start in lane 1 for the first race.
Yes, Cali will be in lane 1.
Yes, that's it. Cali starts from lane 1, while Clifford McTitis starts from lane 2. We'll see if they have custom liveries.
I know that Clifford does.
There he is, Clifford with the 69 livery.
He and Evely share a very similar design language. I think it was painted by Evely, so they're both on the same team for these.
Makes sense.
This entire group.
Kali on her side will not paint her car. Will remain blue. Let's see how this goes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to start. Clifford and Kali. Kali and Clifford.
And for those, I don't know if you said it because I was a bit distracted, but Callie Finesmith is the owner of Racers Island, so this is in representation of their region. Although she did say that she would easily or very happily sit out if there was an odd number of drivers, but here we go.
Emily says that she made the delivery for Clifford, Morty, and herself. Ooh, Kali touches the slow zone to start with. Let's see if that's not very punishing. Clifford on his side.
Clifford just a little bit wide through those squiggly bits right
Yes.
before the squiggly bits. That's how I said it. But he is keeping it pretty clean right now through the final two corners of their first run, and it looks like it could be at the advantage of Clifford. Callie has to lift just a little bit going through her final corner.
For the moment, yes, it looks like. Oh no! Kelly against the wall! Kelly against the wall! Unless Clifford has a similar accident, this should be the first race for Clifford. That is already approaching.
She will have at least one other attempt to try and claw this back, but race one does go to Clifford McTitties.
Race 1 for Clifford McTitties due to Kali having an accident at this dangerous spot from here. If you take this turn with the wrong angle, you can really collide against here and get stuck. It's what happened to Kali. That now she needs to win yes or yes in order to have an opportunity to qualify. Clifford on his side, he can allow himself a lose in the very worst case, but if he wins now, he will already qualify for the next round of 16. So let's see how this ends. It might be, if Kali manages to qualify, that means that she could already do the first comeback series of the event. Alright, 30 seconds now, bit less, maybe 15. And there they are, there they go. Clifford McTitties that needs to win. Oh, who needs to win is Kali actually. In order to have an opportunity. But Clifford can still lose and have another opportunity. For now, everything looks quite equal.
Kali through the slow zone.
Kali against the slow zone, that's not good. I think
this
actually,
Clifford.
Yes, Clifford at the moment has the advantage actually.
As the tournament goes on, we'll learn what the gap is after the first crossing of the line to see who really is truly in the lead. But right now, it obviously is in Clifford's favor. And as I go through the final corner, it is going to, unless he messes up in this final corner, it's going to go to Clifford. Clifford McTitties will advance.
And Clifford wins the two races and qualifies for the round of 16 2-0 against Kali Finesmith. Not the best day for Kali, but no one here doubts her talent.
That's a real gut punch to Cali's squiggly bits.
Alright, so that is 2 wins for Clifford on the bracket. Submit the score.
Clifford McTitties that in the round of 16 he will have to face Nikuri. One of those drivers that usually has good performances in events that are usually unique or not long series, so definitely a dangerous rival for him. But now we go with one of the the biggest race of round one, Emmy Blueberry against Morticia Villota. This is gonna be a huge duel here between two girls that they know each other very well. A lot of experience, a bit more in the case of Morticia, but equally talented. I mean, 2 times GP1 Constructors Champion and 1 time GP2 Champion against Morticia, who is also, I think she is Constructors
P1
Champion
winner.
as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
In GP1, and besides that, she also has a lot of experience and wins in categories of racing since 2008, since the very beginning of racing. Also a GP1 winner, both of them are GP1 winners. So definitely a duel of pure talent. We're waiting now for them to arrive to the sim. So in the first round, the experienced driver beating the rookie. In the second one, the rookie beat the experienced one. In this race we have both experienced drivers, but as far as I know, Morty's experience is a bit bigger than Emmy's, but still it's enough balanced. Emmy Blueberry will start from lane 1 and Morticia Villota from lane 2.
And for those, Emmy is asking which lane.
Lane 1 for Emmy Blueberry.
For anyone who may notice on any of the streams that we have another individual here on the sim with us, Cherry Love, that is a press individual. So I'm giving them the exception to stay here because they'll probably want to take pictures and whatnot.
Victoria, right?
No, there's Victoria, but there's Cherry Love behind you.
Oh, okay.
She's also press.
Alright. Here she is. Cherry Love taking some pics and some stuff.
Yep, she just said actually she's going to try and take some pictures. So perfect timing with that comment.
I'm very excited about this duel.
And go figure, right in the transition point where I was teleporting in Emmy and Morticia, someone, a visitor, snuck in, but they're staying still right now. So,
but you can just keep the sim closed and just add and remove the names from the access list, right?
It's very time consuming to do that, and we have a lot of people. Here we go. I accidentally clicked 10 seconds, but they're ready to go. So off they go for their first race of potentially 3.
I'm pretty certain this race definitely has all the chances to be a 3-race bracket. For now, both of them doing it very well.
It is Emmy Blueberry, a 2-time GP1 race winner, versus Morticia Villota, an extremely experienced Second Life racer of, well, we could say decades.
Yeah, I think they are quite even right now. None of them is making any mistakes, so the gap will not be that big unless any of them make a mistake. Ooh, a slow zone for Emmy, but she still arrives with a good speed.
She has the advantage.
She has the advantage, in fact, yes. Emmy Blueberry wins the first race of the 2. Slightly better pace than Morticia, because despite touching the slow zone, she managed to win the race 1. Now let's see how it goes for race 2. It's funny because the lights of Emmy's Camaro fit exactly the livery of the car, you know? They look like eyes also.
Yeah, kind of. They almost line up on that left side.
Yes.
All right, they are both ready. Here we go.
Here we go. 30 seconds for race 2 between Morticia Villota and Emi Blueberry in order to qualify for the round of 16. If Emi wins now, she will qualify directly. If Morticia wins, she will have another shot to attempt the qualification. Grid Games Group reminding people about the event happening, and here are the lights. 3, 4, 5, and here we go. Now with Morticia in lane 1 and Emi Blueberry in lane 2. No mistakes again.
I got distracted by an IM, but I'm focused back again, and it looks like it's fairly even. Emi got a little bit of a slow exit. Morticia bouncing off the walls, though, twice.
Yes.
But it is closer. It looks like it actually is in Morticia's advantage this time.
Yes, the advantage, the gap between both of them is small at the moment. I had to add this just in case. Emi now arrives with more time.
Wide, but it is in Morticia's favor this time.
Yes. Morticia wins the second race, and that means that we'll have the first 3 race bracket today. Now Emi will start from lane 1 again, and Morticia from lane 2. But this is definitely great news for the show, because the 2 drivers will have to face each other once more in order to qualify for the next round. Now this is just one more race and it's over, so they really need to win now. They need to win now, otherwise they will be out.
I have just been informed that Tiptoe Kiori will unfortunately not be making her bracket. She has to return to golf. So whoever is up against her in that will advance automatically.
Who is that other driver that's gonna advance automatically?
Toro is Dizzy or Baichun?
Canis Rufus. Canis Rufus will be advancing automatically.
Okay, then that means at least the round of 16 will still be complete.
Yes, Tiptoe unfortunately was going to go up next right after this, but I guess golf got right in the way. That's it's a shame, but because I know she practiced a lot for this, and she's a very enthusiastic competitor in all of this, in all these games.
Stephanie is gonna be. It was going to be tough competition, but someone who's very involved in the grid games would definitely have a good performance. The same one that these 2 girls are having now for the final race of the bracket. Only one of them can qualify for the round of 16, and we will see in a moment who will be. No mistakes for now, white lanes and all that stuff, but
fairly clean, maybe going a bit wide through some corners, like for Morticia in that last corner there. But it is looking actually very even, maybe a little in Morticia's favor.
Yes.
Still very clean.
No mistakes. They are both of them taking it very seriously, because it is now or never.
Oh, it's in Emi's advantage.
Emi's advantage. Oh, Morty against the wall, and that's gonna be for Emi Blueberry, who qualifies for the round of 16. Emi Blueberry wins 2 of the 3 races. Morticia wins 1. That means that Morticia is out in first round. Such a shame, because Morty is definitely one of the most talented drivers we have, but this is what happens when you have this kind of random brackets, that if you face another very talented driver as Emi is, then or you have to face reality, and one of the big drivers will have to be out of the event. In this case it will be Morticia. Emi that qualifies for the round of 16, and she will face in the round of 16 Kurikri. Meanwhile, Canis Rufus will already qualify due to the absence of Dizzy Kijori, and that means that Canis Rufus will race against Sam Phoenix in the round of 16. So, round of 16, we have Malachi Mask versus Valky Skylaker, Jesus Crips against Astra Evergarden, Nikuri against Clifford McTittis, Shermu against Trong Udal, Cree against Emi Blueberry, Bison Kijori against Evelyonix, Canis Rufus against Sam Phoenix, and Anthony Stewart against Sam Cathias. I can see already quite strong duels in the round of 16. Definitely JC against me is gonna be a good one. Nikuri against Clifford McTittis can be definitely interesting, same as Shermu against Tron Udal. But first we'll go with Malachi Marks against Valky Skylaker.
Is Luke not on this thing?
I'm here. I'm doing a lot of typing.
Yeah, he's just focused.
No, I mean, are you racing?
No.
No, I'm not. I'm hosting. I have to focus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Carmona is not racing this event, which means that the rest have an opportunity to win.
Yeah. That means we're gonna have fun.
Ouch. We've held these tournaments, I think, twice before, and I think I won one of them, but I lost another. Callie beat me, so.
Yeah, she never lets us forget that.
It was in her favorite car, the Mini Cooper.
Yeah,
Valky already here.
Valky running the money livery again.
Valky representing Multimillionaires Racing.
Her chicken wing scheme is not that bad either.
Malachi with their own custom paint job for this. And they're both ready. Here we go with our next race.
I see Malachi wrongly see it, but doesn't matter. Malachi, by the way, using Kali's number. But here there's no necessity of or mandatory to set a number, so it doesn't really matter. Here we are. Valky clearly favorite for this race, but Malachi has been participating quite a lot recently in our events, so he definitely has the chance to give us a surprise and beat Valky. Let's see how it goes.
It's a very good first turn one for Malachi. This first whole inner segment is very nice and clean, so it's so far so good. But Valky with a massive gap.
Yeah, at the moment Valky has quite an advantage.
So Malachi is keeping it very nice and clean, but Valky is really taking it very close to those apexes and making the most of all the space she's given.
Ooh,
Malachi gets a little bit unsettled. At the same time, Malachi gets a little bit unsettled coming into the S's just before the underpass, but it is Valky with the advantage coming through the final two corners. Taps the wall though. Not too far behind is Malachi, but it is Valky Skylaker winning the first race.
Valky wins the first round, the first race against Malachi. The gap definitely was not that big. Let's see how it is for race 2, where Valky will start this time from lane 1. Malachi will start from lane 2.
I will say I do apologize to the drivers who have to paint their car after every single turn. I didn't have enough time to set up a more efficient way of swapping lanes than like I had intended. But in future editions of this, that'll be sorted out, and then it'll be nice and easy. All right, 30 seconds. Here we go. They are ready to go.
Let's go with race 2. And how this finish.
One light, two light, three lights, 4, 5, and away they go for the second of potentially 3 races. It'd be interesting to see 3. If Malachi, but Malachi,
no, Malachi against the wall. Valky also gets snagged against the curve, but not as much as Malachi against the wall. Now Valky has a clear, very clear advantage due to that accident. So Malachi really needs to keep the best pace he can and pray for Valky to mess it up. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard for him now to take the lead. He's definitely trying, but Valky is not making mistakes. She's about to reach the last turn, and Valky has a huge advantage over Malachi due to that accident, which means that Valky, still undefeated, will qualify for the round of 8. The quarterfinals for Valky with a 2-0 against Malachi Marks.
All right.
Now here we come. JC against me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this matchup.
It should happen later, right?
Yeah, it should be the final. So I guess we're not going to the final together.
No, sadly not. One of them will have to fall here.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before you head over, I need to unlock the sim. Okay, now it's unlocked. Now you can head over, JC.
Okay.
Gonna texture my car.
What lane am I in?
You are in lane 1.
Oh, we know this is the wrong one. And now yes.
It's commentator versus commentator. You're gonna get a live
Commentator duel.
a live vocal experience from the 2 racers on track. Unless they both keep their mouths shut so they can focus.
Most likely will
So
happen.
I will probably be doing much of the commentating this time, so you 2 can focus. Don't worry about talking. So Asdra Evergarden has clicked her check. She is ready to go.
Yeah.
Jesus, when you're click the red X above your lane when you're ready.
Oh.
You have to start the engine and all that stuff.
Yeah, don't forget to start your engine. All right, 30 seconds. Good luck, you 2.
So much tension. Oh my god.
So it is Jesus Crisp, a 2-time Grand Prix 1 champion, versus Azure Evergarden, a GT Super Series champion and GT Super Endurance champion. Jesus Crisp is also a GT Super Series champion, so this is the Battle of the Champions at the Race of Champions inspired layout. With 5 lights on, they are away for their first of potentially 3 races. Obviously a nice clean start because they both start on even terms. Jesus nice and clean through his first corner. Asdra clean through hers. Under the bridge, it is looking like it should be fairly even so far. Nice and tight for Jesus through the corners. It looks like it should be pretty even through the gaps over the line for the first of 2 laps. Jesus just a little bit unsettled coming into the tunnel corner, but is holding it together. Asdra up over the bridge. Jesus Crisp coming through his final 2 corners. It's close, but it looks like the advantage of Jesus. Although Asdra is holding a lot of momentum on the outside, down to the line, it is Jesus winning race 1.
The gap was close. I went wide a couple times, and that was very punishing for me. But still, it was a good duel there.
So I go to
races
lane
from
2 now, right?
Yes.
I think the paint thing is not a big issue as long as you have, like, you know, the code already copy and pasted, ready in the barrel.
Yeah, I placed them
Yeah.
intentionally to not to lose much time with this.
Yeah, next time I'm going to avoid that. I honestly didn't think about people needing to paint their cars after every single race. So I apologize again in advance, or not in advance, right in the middle of the event. I'm sorry. All right, both races are ready. Here we go for the second race. Can Astria pull one out of the bag and make it a third between the two?
I will try definitely.
With about 15 seconds to go at this point, probably 10, until the race begins. One light, two light, three lights, 4, 5, and away they go for race 2. Astra might have, no, it's just my viewer being a bit funny. Jesus hits the wall into turn 1. That's going to unsettle him for the rest of the lap, but he's going to have to focus and carry that in. I can't speak, sorry. Jeez, I suck at this solo commentating thing. So Astra coming up over the bridge. It looks like Jesus is in the lead, but again, as a reminder to everyone, that is not the case. As they come across the line, it is a fairly close gap, all things considered, so Astra, I believe, has the slight advantage in this one. But they have to hold it together for one more circuit. Fairly steady for both of them so far. But I think Astra a little wide through the corner into the final 2. Jesus on the outside, but Astra has the advantage. Jesus, though, with momentum down to the line. It is Astra Evergarden winning race 2. They will both advance to a third attempt.
Oi. Yeah, I'm going to white because I'm scary.
You do have to be careful. You only get one shot.
Yeah, now we have to go more with better lines. We cannot go this white. I'm afraid of the curve because before I was getting snack with them and I'm like traumatized. So I'm going to white, but let's see if this one I can perform a bit better. But I'm glad it's gonna be a 3 race against JC.
I threw that one away so you could, you know, go through to a third race. Nah, I didn't really, but
Okay.
All right, 30 seconds. Good luck. Race 3. Jesus Crisp versus Astra Evergarden. 2 very decorated FVA champions. Only one will move on.
Good luck, JC. If you win, you have to win the championship.
I better, yeah. Either one.
One
of
light,
us.
2 lights, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away they go. I can see both of them trying to tiptoe their way around these corners because it is a narrow track despite the size of the car. Through the final 2 corners to complete their first circuit. Jesus taking a nice wide line to maintain the momentum on the outside through the final 2 corners. It is a fairly even gap. Still no idea who's going to win this. Astra with the momentum on the outside, but no, it is going to be Jesus winning.
It's gonna be JC. Ah, so sad. We are eliminated in the round of 16 against JC. Yeah, it was a tough rival. It's sad to finish to just race once and that's it, but it is what it is, my friends. That's how racing it is.
Yeah, I tried to just run a very conservative, safe line, not push it too hard.
Yes, me too. I also go super conservative. I guess that was punishing.
It's very easy to overdrive these turns, so
JC qualifies for the quarterfinals and will face Valky Skylaker later. Now we will go with Nikuri against Clifford McTitis in the next round of the series of 16. They are already arriving here. Nikuri that will start in the lane 1, while Clifford McTitis will start from lane 2. Let's see if Nikuri has any livery. We know that Clifford does.
There is beginning to be some growing speculation amongst the spectators that lane 1 is a bit overpowered. I can assure you, ran many tests between both lanes to try and even out the times as best. That's why it's a staggered start, because if both cars were to start right up against the line, lane 1 would absolutely be overpowered by a massive amount. So that's why lane 1 starts further back, because lane 2 doesn't have the speed going into turn 1 that lane 1 does when they go through the first the first corner along the outside. Alright, both drivers are ready.
The drama is set already, but that we can have a discussion later, because now it's time to see Nikuri against Clifford McTitis to qualify for the quarterfinals.
And Nikuri's already popped the hood off.
He has already lost the front of the car.
No, that does not change the physics of the vehicle. It is only visual, so no, he does not have a weight advantage.
It doesn't affect the aerodynamics or the acceleration or anything. Oh, Nikuri against... Oh my god.
Slow zone, turn 1.
Nikuri hitting the slow zone. Everything is starting bad for Nikuri. Meanwhile, Clifford McTitis that does a bit of a wide turn under the bridge, but enough to, for now, have the lead clearly.
Yes, he has a... Well, and Nikuri
Nikuri
off the walls.
Nikuri gets stuck against the wall, which means this race, unless Clifford has a massive accident, will win the first race of the series. Here he comes, Clifford. About to win the first race.
Nikuri running through the slow zone again, but it is obviously Clifford McTitis winning race 1. Here comes Nikuri running through the slow zone again. To the front corner.
Again, Nikuri is not having a very good day today. It was a 10-second gap to Clifford. That's a lot of time, considering the scenario we are. So yeah, definitely Nikuri will have now, in this second race, to really perform and not make mistakes, because the first one was a gift for Clifford McTitis, who I believe also he feels very confident now after seeing Nikuri's performance. We will see if that leads to him making some mistakes that could be very punishing. So Clifford definitely must keep the focus, race as good as he has been doing so far. And let's see now what is the result. Three lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and the race starts. Nikuri needs to win, and Clifford can already qualify if he wins the next race. No mistakes for now.
Clifford did run just a little bit wide through his first few corners.
Yes, he's running a bit wide, but still doing a good enough line, a good enough pace. Oh, Nikuri to the slow zone. I think now Clifford is clearly ahead. And Nikuri is having that very slow turn.
Clifford had an amazing entry into the penultimate corner of his first lap there. He skinned that wall so close that I swore he touched it, but apparently not. But clear advantage to Clifford McTitties, who will take victory and advance to the next bracket.
Clifford McTitties that qualifies for the quarterfinals, where he will face one of the following two drivers that will take place, that will race in the next duel. Shermu against Tron Udall. It will be the GP2 champion against one of the most relevant rookies of the last season. Here we see Clifford McTitties will race against Shermu or Tron Udall.
I guess touching back on that comment earlier about one lane possibly having an advantage over the other, like, is there data of like who's won their bracket starting from lane 2 twice?
Amy Blueberry won over Morticia with lane 1. Morticia, the one that she won was precisely in lane 1. Valky won in lane 1 once. Clifford won on lane 1 once. And I mean, there's no clear statistic. Only if we compare duels between, let's say, more or less balanced drivers or more or less balanced performances we had. The one between Morty and Amy and the one between you and me, where lane 1 won the 6 races.
Well, I went back and forth against myself, just timing it, because obviously you're not racing another car directly, so it's just a time trial, really. I went back and forth, and deduced that they are even.
Oh, yeah, see, I think, be careful because Strong has raced 2 cars here.
He has? Oh.
Yes, one of them needs to be gone. That's it.
Okay. That has been sorted. Thank you for catching that. Another visitor has managed to slip through the cracks.
Excellent. Such a name, eh? It feels like they do it on purpose. Like we open the scene for 3 seconds, and in those 3 seconds, I jump in.
Yeah, I mean, Sim's popular, what can I say?
Shermu will now start from lane 1, Tron Udall from lane 2.
I'm just waiting for Tron to click his X. Here we go, he's ready.
They are both ready now. So the race will start in 30 seconds. Both of them wanting to pass to the quarterfinals. Shermu against Tron Udall. Both of them with liveries. Tron Udall just using the Porsche livery on any car, even if it doesn't fit. While Shermu has created a specific livery for this car. And 1, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The race starts now.
Zoomer setting up his first corner by going a little bit wide, so he's fully prepared for this. Taking a very clean line through these first corners. Tron hits the wall.
Oh,
Right before,
Tron against the
right before the
wall.
tunnel.
That's gonna be very punishing for him. Yeah, definitely very punishing for Tron. That middle race, he should be ahead of Shermo in this point to have an event duel, but it's not the case.
Yes. Zermu taps the
Yeah.
wall just a little bit.
I mean, not
Right
enough
before the tunnel,
probably.
but not enough to do anything. No. Through the final two corners, and it will be
Dude, the
Zermu.
gap is huge.
Zermu.
Shermu that wins the first race. Tron Udal that finish P2. So Shermu needs now to win one race in order to qualify already for the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Tron needs to win in order to stay alive, at least for another race.
Zermu is ready to go, but his engine's not started. There it goes.
Yes. Remember, if you don't start your engine, you cannot race, people.
Start your engines or forever be stationary.
Yes.
That's the theme of the day.
Tron that's ready as
Right.
well. And the race about to start in 30 seconds. Let's see what these two drivers can do. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And here we go. Tron with a very
Tron.
slow start. Yes.
A late start, yes, that will not help him whatsoever. And nor will hitting the wall there.
No. He's having a bad line now, touching the slow zone. Meanwhile, Shermu, quite a clean line. Shermu is clearly in
Shermu-
that bad touch now.
Zuma nearly hit the wall through turn 1. Very, very close to it.
But he didn't in the end.
He
And
did
now
not in the end.
He
No.
has the clear advantage over Tron. Tron that needs Shermu to make a mistake.
Oh, Tron with a really, really good run through that right before the tunnel. That was excellent. But he hits the slow zone right there again, so it's not going to be enough. But man, he really pulled it back in.
The
That-
gap
that-
is not that big. The gap is not that big between Shermu and Tron. Shermu qualifies for the quarterfinals, winning the 2 races, while Tron is eliminated.
Tron, that I gotta say, that was the best run through the second, third, and fourth outer lane corners I have seen today. That was excellent. He pulled back so much time from that.
Besides touching the slow zones, he had a couple very good lines that allowed him to keep the duel. Even at the very end, the gap was really, really small between both drivers. And that means that Shermu will face Clifford McTittis in the quarterfinals. Now let's go with Cricri against Amy Blueberry. Amy Blueberry that has to beat Morticia Villota in the first round will have to face now Cricri, one of the Alpinium drivers.
Oh man, I gotta face Valky?
Yes, you'll have to face Valky.
Why do I get all the hard people?
I mean, I guess that's the challenging part.
You're on hard mode today.
Yes, hardcore mode. And
Yes,
in
I hate it.
if you win in semifinals, you will have Clifford or Shermu. So it will definitely be another interesting duel to see. Cree, that's already here. Amy Blueberry as well. Cree starting from lane 1. Amy starting from lane 2.
Cree is ready.
Amy is preparing the car with the fish livery. Classic from her. But this time the livery was applied differently because now it doesn't fit with the lights. I don't know what she did.
No, that's true.
Must be a different texture.
Alright, here we go. 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. Cree, representing Alpinium versus Amy Blueberry, the president of LCR.
Not quite. You're going to confuse the people who have no idea what you're talking about. Although, then again, they wouldn't even understand what any of this is in the first place. But
they missed all the context.
All the context is lost.
She's the soul of FPA. How about that?
Yes. And here we go. 5 lights are lit, and they're out, and away they go.
Good start for both of them. Cree, that goes against the wall. That first turn for Cree, while Amy is doing it all fine. No mistakes from Amy. At the moment, she should have the advantage. We'll see. Yes, she's clearly ahead of Cree. Starting the second lap.
Cree with a wall tap, exiting his final corner.
Amy doing an excellent turn there.
Cree getting a little unsettled coming into the tunnel corner.
Ooh, a slow
And
zone for
slow
Cree. And that's gonna be a victory for... Oh my god, Cree doing a lot of mistakes. And in consequence, Amy wins the first race of the series. She will now start from the lane 1.
Currently 12:16, and we have a fair bit of racing to go. Shoot, this is going to run a bit long.
Race 2 now. Amy against Cree.
30 seconds, here we go. Let's get this going.
Let's see if Cree manages to win at least the second race in order to have an opportunity to qualify for the quarterfinals, where for now Amy has all the advantage with the first race won. Two lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and here we go.
Good tight line from Cree through his first corner.
No mistakes for now.
Little wide
a
through
bit
that
wide,
bit,
yeah,
but
but not
clean,
bad.
but it's clean.
It's not that bad. And okay, Amy is clearly
Slow zone.
ahead. Amy is
That's the
clearly
gap.
ahead.
Emmy does have the net lead. Cree though, much cleaner than last time. Except for running on wall
against
and
the slow zone now. Cree is definitely not having his day, and unless Amy now completely messes it up, it's gonna be a qualification for Amy into the quarterfinals. And here she comes. Amy qualifies with 2 victories over Cree, and she will be in the quarterfinals. We'll see now in this next race who will be Amy's rival between Baishun Kiyori and Evely Onyx, one of the big names of this event. Evely Onyx, and one of the big names of the grid games in general, because Evely participates in several events and with good results in general. We are waiting now for the two participants. Here they are, Baishun and Evely. Evely, who wants to become medalist of the motorsports events. Let's see if she managed to. Baishun starts from lane 1, Evely starts from lane 2. Let's see Baishun how she does, because she's new into the motorsport, at least our motorsport environment.
We have 25 seconds from this point until we start.
Evely with a nice livery designed by her.
Evely Onyx is the reigning GT Super Endurance Drivers Champion alongside her teammate Naomi Lockett and their team Hiss Racing.
Oh no!
Oh,
Baishun
no.
didn't have the gear and she is in neutral mode. This is a horribly start for. Oh my god. Where's Evely? Evely is just completing the race normally, but yeah, this is definitely bad. Definitely bad that Baishun didn't even gear up now on the slow zone. Now this race is obviously going for Evely already because of this little issue from Baishun that goes against the slow zone again, and might be that Evely managed to catch up actually. Let's see, because she is very close. So far the most unbalanced race of the event. Evely won't catch up, but the gap is really huge. Really huge.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for
Baishun now to complete the lap. Very unfortunate. I guess she didn't practice at all because she didn't even gear up.
Yes, this is where I was telling everyone in the pre-race meeting to pay close attention. I gave instruction: when you get in your car, start your engine, and then press page up twice to shift into mode D. So that's a reminder to anyone who is unfamiliar with the cars, or maybe we're not paying attention in the meeting. When you sit in your car, start your engine, and then press page up or E twice. You want to be in mode D.
28.6 gap between Evely and Baishun, the biggest gap so far in the series. Yorkie in the chat: wow, Morticia out in the first round. Yes, because Morticia and Emi were unluckily draft together in the first round, and one of them had to qualify, and it was Emi in the end. So yeah, it was very unlucky for Morty. It was very unlucky for other drivers because there are other important names here out. Kali is also out in first round. Zenitho also out in first round. Myself out in the first round. I mean second round, but for me it was the first race still. So yes, several names that due to the draft, even if relevant in the race environment, were kicked out by other drivers that were just better.
Now, Baishun has marked herself as ready, but now there she goes. She shifted into mode D. We are ready to go.
Now she is ready to start. No mistakes this time. Let's see how the actual result is. Will Baishun be able to come back and win the next two races to out-qualify Evely? We'll see it in a moment.
Three lights are lit. 4, 5.
And the race starts now. Even start. Let's see how it goes here.
Baishun had to lift through turn 1 there.
You're having a bit of a weird line. Ooh, she got stuck, a little stuck against the wall. Now slow zone for Baishun, slow zone again. It's clearly advantage for Evely now. That's not having any mercy on her rival. She's doing the laps as she's supposed to do for respect to the rival. Mason clearly behind of Evely. Evely will easily qualify for the quarterfinals if she doesn't get stuck now for some reason, but she's not. This is now the first turn for Evely, who wins the 2 races and qualifies for the quarterfinals, where she will face Amy Blueberry. Here she comes, Mason, and that's it. Evely Onyx qualifies for the quarterfinals and will face Amy Blueberry for a spot in the semi-final. Now we jump for the last 2 duels of the round of 16. First one is gonna be Sam Phoenix against Canis Rufus, one representative of Alpinium Racing against one representative of Stuart Racing, since Canis Rufus is part of the Anthony Stewart structure. Anthony Stewart, remember that it's old school driver that just came back to the world not much long ago, and with him he brought a couple more people that now belong all together to the same team, Stewart Racing.
And this will be, remember, Canis is the driver who automatically advanced because their paired rival had to take off.
True. So Canis Rufus, even if he started from the round of 32, he qualified automatically since DC Kiyori couldn't attend to the event, which means that it's their first race of the day for him.
Canis has his AO turned on, so he's sitting on the back windsill.
Same that happened with Malachi before, if I remember correctly.
But if that's how he wants to race, then so be it.
Yorkie says Cliff versus Evely for the final, let's go. Yorkie cheering for Cliff or McTittis and for Evely Onyx to achieve both of them in the final, but they will have a tough way because Evely first needs to face Amy, and Shermu first has to face Clifford first has to face Shermu, and potentially Barky or Jesus. So let's see how this ends.
Now Canis with a very detailed, okay, Sam Phoenix and Canis Rufus both have very detailed liveries where they have painted both the body, the windshield, and the wheels. So
and the ass.
Every race they're going to have to go through that cycle. Alright, they are ready to go.
Sam's ass in the crystal of the car. My god, Canis stole my number! Canis stole my number, the 45! How can this be?
Yes, in official racing, 45 belongs to Asdra Evergarden, but that is not too big of a deal in anything like this.
Actually, it's 45 and 44, so 2 numbers quite close to each other. And here we go.
And away they go.
Even start for both of the drivers. A bit wide there for Sam Phoenix. A bit of the wall for Canis. Ooh, Canis against the wall. Now the advantage is for Sam Phoenix, clearly.
Sam Phoenix is a rather experienced racer at this point in time. She's been around with us for I'd say a year now, maybe.
Ooh, slow zone for Canis again. This should be for Sam, unless Sam makes some weird mistake. Canis against the wall again. Sam Phoenix that should be winning this first race if she doesn't make any mistake now.
It hasn't been a flawless run for Sam. She has hit the slow zone a couple of times, but will come out on top for this first race.
And that's it. First race is victory for Sam Phoenix with a gap of almost 7 seconds over Canis Rufus. But now Sam will have to prove her speed as well from lane 2. Stuart Motorsport, not Stuart Racing, by the way.
Hello! How you doing, guys?
We have Lobo Steingalter commentating with us
Yes.
now.
Yay! No, I'm just walking by saying hello. I was on the spectator area. I have to say that the one that think about that cinema kind of waiting area. Come on, that's amazing. That's a cool idea.
Definitely.
Well, you can thank Callie Kiori, or sorry, Callie Finesmith. I'm still used to her last name, her old last name Kiori. So Callie Finesmith and Kenny tomorrow for throwing that all together.
That was
All right,
amazing.
so- yes, absolutely. All right, sorry, Lobo. We're gonna have to ask if you could take off now. We do have to commentate this next race, which is about to begin.
Oh, don't worry,
So
don't worry.
Good to hear from you. Take care.
Okay.
Okay, Sam Phoenix that needs to start the car. She marked that she's ready, but she didn't start the car. Sam Phoenix, start the car. Start the car. Start the car, Sam.
There we go.
Now she's ready. She's clearly nervous.
And the lights are beginning to light up. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Both pressing up against the gate. And away they go for race 2.
Better start for Canis this time, I believe. But we will see how this is reflected later, because Canis against the wall already. Sam Phoenix
Sam
doing
a little bit unsettled.
yeah.
But clearly so far in the lead.
Yeah,
Sa-
Canis against the wall again. Definitely Sam Phoenix has all the advantage in the second race.
Should be able to sail it home from here so long as they keep it nice and clean. Anything can happen at this track. We've seen better drivers get stuck.
Yeah, Sam Phoenix has the advantage clearly here, and unless she gets stuck now, she will win and will qualify for the quarterfinals. Sam Phoenix, representing Alpinion, qualifies for the quarterfinals with a 2-0 against Canis Rufus. This is how the bracket is now. Sam Phoenix will have to face one of the following two drivers: Anthony Stewart or Sam Cathias. We could have a Sam versus Sam in quarterfinals if Sam Cathias managed to beat Anthony Stewart, but we know that Anthony Stewart is a very veteran driver. I can tell from experience on oval racing that he's very fast, so definitely gonna be a challenge for Sam Cathias to beat Anthony Stewart. In the case that Anthony Stewart qualifies, he will have the chance to avenge his teammate Canis Rufus and beat Sam Phoenix in the quarterfinals, but that is all still to see, because first we have to see racing who qualifies between Anthony and Sam Cathias, not Sam Phoenix.
Alright, Sam Cathias has arrived at the sim, just waiting on Anthony Stewart.
They are
And
both
here he
here
is.
already. Anthony Stewart.
Historic.
Yeah?
Historic Anthony Stewart.
Historic Anthony Stewart.
Yes. Historic Anthony Stewart taking part of this event, facing Sam Cathias. Sam Cathias is also quite veteran, I have to say, but I think he's more into ovals and stuff than in road racing.
Sam Cathias is primarily well, he does oval racing. He's not much of a road racer, but his main venture as of late over the last couple of years has been motocross, so dirt bikes, and he does really cool stuff with that. Apparently, one of his latest tracks has quote unquote AI bikers that run along the track all by themselves.
Wow.
I've not seen them, but
Katya's dealing with some issues apparently. Meanwhile, Anthony Stewart looks already. We don't know what kind of issues Sam Kathias is experiencing at the moment. He's clicking the gate.
all right.
There he is already.
Here we go. 30 seconds.
Wait. It's not the same car.
Why? What do you mean?
It's not the car. Or is it? Like
Yeah,
the hover
that's
text is
true.
different.
Is it?
The hover text is different. Look, one has the time, another has the position.
Okay, hang on.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Trying to ask Sam a question. Oh, here he goes. He's starting to type.
Okay, so the car clearly has the name, but for some reason the hover text displays something different. It's like a reused car or something. We are not sure.
I'm pretty sure, considering its position, that he rezzed it from the board. So
Yes, because
Just-
it's not even the position of the car with respect to the road. Weird, bit of a weird situation, but everything should be good now. Okay, now should be okay. All right. If you start the engine, what?
no. Wait, what?
Huh?
I didn't start that. Why is that?
I think I know what happened. Was having here some of I guess some clicked the gate before, and that's why it kinda messed up the.
I locked it. Only the owner can.
So yeah, maybe that's why.
Okay, here we go. We're officially starting.
Okay, now yes, pay attention now,
So-
people.
Ignore the hover text of the vehicles. If it's different, it's just they are the same car.
All right.
From the way that the car was rezzed initially, it was just. I will keep my eye on the grid when they set themselves up.
Now we are not sure. And now they are starting. Ooh, good start for Anthony Stewart over Sam Kathias that had a bit of a slow start. No, Anthony Stewart against the wall. What happened? He lost the steering. That's a huge advantage for Sam Kathias now. But he's going a bit slow. But he's also hitting a bit the wall. But now I think Sam Kathias has the advantage due to that issue that Anthony Stewart faced.
Oh!
No, again!
Anthony into the wall again.
What's happening with Anthony?
Oh, he's just ping-ponged that time.
My God, Anthony is not having the very best first race. Sam Kathias
Still-
in the meantime being consistent at the very least. And what's going on? That was lag for everyone.
There wasn't. Oh my gosh!
Yes,
The visitor.
the visitor left the sim. Still, a fair victory for Sam Katia since Anthony has a bit was struggling with the walls. Okay, this overall race was very weird. We have the weird race of the event. Sam Katia that wins the first race over Anthony. Anthony who really struggled with the walls and with the steering of the car. Now he has to win the next two races in order to qualify for the quarterfinals. But yeah, this is why we don't want spectators in the sim, because when they suddenly decide to leave, like it happened right now with this individual, we will not say the name, they lag the sim as hell, and that can actually, in an even race, affect your result, and that could definitely force the race to be restarted, I believe. Because it couldn't be a very unfair result. In this case, the advantage of Sam Katias was clearly superior to Anthony, so there was no reason to do a restart. But yeah, in other circumstances, definitely would be worth it.
Yes, the network lag was TP lag. Someone left the region, and goodness, did they slow things down. I've not seen that kind of TP lag before. Alright, they are both ready to go. Although Anthony's engine is not started, but I'm starting it anyway, so... Start your engine.
Engine, Anthony.
Yeah.
Engine. Anthony who's nervous as well, like Sam Phoenix before. Sam Katias who just needs to win one race now to qualify 5 lights, and here we are. Good start for both drivers, I believe. Yes, even a start for both drivers. Sam Katias that just needs to make no mistakes.
Sam, but he does go a bit wide exiting
Yes.
the first corner.
That was not the best corner for him. Anthony that's doing way better now than before. He's probably, I believe, leading at the moment. Yes, the gap is enough to consider that Anthony is leading in the race too. Ooh, against the slow zone. That's gonna give some air to Sam Katias, who definitely wants to win this race.
Oh, Sam almost hits the wall, but
yeah,
gathers it back up.
But this is yeah, for Anthony. Anthony is ahead of Sam, clearly ahead. Anthony is gonna win race 2, and this means that we'll have a third race to decide who qualifies between these two drivers to the quarterfinals. One. Anthony, it's true that in the first race he had a lot of accidents, but he clearly had a better pace this time, so might be the first comeback of the series.
Oh, that's true. We haven't had a third race where the comeback driver has pulled it off, have they? This is technically the second third race?
The third race. We had the first one between Emmy and Morty, the second one between JC and myself.
That's right, yes.
And this is gonna be the third race where we have a third race. Third race with a third race. Yeah, the rest have been all 2-0s. Oh my god. We will see more third races in the last phases of the bracket.
Perhaps.
Vitality. Good luck to the racers. We definitely wish good luck to both of them, because now the qualification for quarterfinals is in this race. Whoever wins now will advance to the next phase.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 are lit, and away they go. Nice even start.
Okay, good start from both of them now. Anthony doing a good corner there.
Ooh, Sam a little bit wide, but that's better than last time.
Wall for Anthony Stewart. Now this is
Oh.
advantage for Sam Katias clearly. Sam Katias who
Yes,
should
it
be
is.
leading the race at the moment. Yes, Sam Katias is clearly ahead of Anthony Stewart.
But with the history of how these first two races have gone, it could still go to Anthony. We have no idea yet.
Anthony needs... No! Anthony to the slow zone again. Anthony is definitely out because Sam Katias is already crossing the bridge. And Sam Katias is going to qualify for the quarterfinals with a 2-1 against Anthony. Anthony, that the only race that he didn't collide, he managed to win, but he had two races, first one and third one, where he had a lot of collisions, lot of slow zones, and that basically kicked him out of the event already. Sam Katias will have a Sam versus Sam in the last race of the quarterfinals. Sam finished against Sam Katias. Now we will start with the first round of the quarterfinals, where two big names, Valky Skylaker and Jesus Crisp, two GP1 champions, will face each other to qualify for the semifinals.
And they are the back-to-back GP1 champions, because it was Valky first and then Jesus.
Yes, also so far Jesus has only faced drivers that belong to Crude Samaritans. He raced Smith in the first round and Valky in the second round, who's also raced for Crude Samaritans twice in GTSC, winning actually one of the races, the last one of the season, as a team in GTSC. Valky now racing for Cat Motorsport. Cute Kitty
like
Motorsport.
this.
What?
I don't like this.
What don't you like?
I have to work too hard for this. Oh great, now I lost my
JC that's facing all the good drivers in his run to the championship. This is gonna be a definitely interesting duel between JC and Valky. Valky that comes, remember, from the round of 32, where she beat Cenizo, and later in the round of 16 she beat Malachi Marks.
About 20 seconds left until the race begins.
Here we go.
The winner of this bracket will go on to face either Clifford McTitties or Zermu, aka Umbreon Viper.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and here we go. Even start for both drivers.
Very nice and tight for Valky through her first corner.
Yeah, and for JC as well, you can notice here the skill of these two drivers.
Valky keeping it really tight around the apex. She's doing brilliantly so far. I've been mainly watching her. As the gaps are across the line, I think the advantage is in Valky's favor, just slightly.
Could be. It is still very even. We can't tell yet.
Oh no, Zermu is telling me that he may not be able to make his race. Clifford McTitties may advance automatically. But through the final 2 corners,
Valky, no, JC against the wall. Still, Valky was going to race was going to win the first race, but JC against the wall will have to fight in the second race to stay alive in this series. But now he will start from the lane 1. Valky will start from lane 2. Let's see how this affects the result. Valky still racing for Cute Kitty Motorsport. JC racing for Bill Gates Motorsport.
Just name all the billionaires.
I mean, the last millionaire I used to mention, you don't like me
Wait,
to
wait,
do
wait,
it.
wait, wait! I didn't start my engine.
You're fine. You've got 30 seconds to start your engine. Hey, if you're not ready yet, don't click the check mark.
JC, that is nervous. Because he's in the last opportunity he
clever.
has to qualify. Three lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And here we go. Even start for both drivers. Both of them doing good lines.
Yes.
Very clean. A slow zone for Valky a little bit.
Oh dear.
But it's hard to tell who's in advantage now. They are pretty even to each other.
That is indeed a pretty even gap.
Oh, JC against the slow zone, and then
Nope. I
oh,
smoked that corner.
it seems that Valky might have the advantage, or maybe not. Yes, Valky has the advantage, and Valky is gonna win. It's gonna beat JC with a 2-0. Valky qualifies for the semi-final. Jesus, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, that's all we had.
And now Valky. Well, we're about to find out if Zoomer can actually. It's not official yet.
Not official, but the thing is that if Shermu manages to qualify and he can't race later, it's basically Valky qualifying already for the final. Valky, who's now in the... I'm gonna put here this already. I think it's, you can all see in the stream. Yes, this is a good angle. Valky, who after beating JC 2-0 qualifies for the semifinals. Meanwhile, in the next round, we don't know yet if it's gonna happen, but Clifford McTitis, Goodface, Shermu. We'll find out in a few moments if this race will happen.
Zoomer is officially out. Clifford will advance, so he will remain on the spectator team.
Shermu quits, and that means that he qualifies directly against Clifford qualifies directly against Valky. That's gonna be an interesting duel in the semifinals. Valky Skylaker against Clifford McTitis. Now we'll move to the third race of the quarterfinals. Amy Blueberry against Evely Onyx.
I think, based on just pace, I think Valky's got this in the bag. I mean, we still have Evely in it, but maybe
yeah, I mean,
Emmy can surprise us all.
seeing at the names, yeah, Valky is in a very good position. Clifford is gonna be a tough rival, undoubtedly, but Valky is clearly favorite in that side of the bracket. Meanwhile, I'm really curious about this Emmy versus Evely, because if the theory of the lane 1 is real,
Can we not talk about that too much, please?
if the legends are real, if the myths are real, in such an even race as this one can be Evely against Emmy, that can be determinant for the qualification. Now, Emmy against Evely. Evely is very involved in the grid games. She will definitely want to qualify and win this tournament. But Emmy, we have to say that Emmy is a kind of a specialist in this kind of events, because isolated events, Emi tends to perform quite well. We remember that Emi is a Carmoner 500 winner. Emi is also a karting champion in one of the series that took place in a single day, and she really adapts quite well to this kind of environments. Evely, meanwhile, the race is already starting.
Yes.
Emi did an interesting move. Emi is cooking already. Torquay screaming for Evely in the chat.
Emi with a really nice tight line along the curving.
Yes, Emi is performing incredible. Emi is performing very clean.
And as the gaps are across the line, it looks like it is in Emi's favor so far.
So far, yes. Let's see how it goes for this second lap. If none of them makes mistakes.
Little wide for Emi through the squiggles right before the tunnel.
Yeah, but she should be ahead now. I mean, now Evely will have the momentum, but Emi has...
Oh, Evely into the wall!
Ooh,
but
Evely slightly touches the wall, but the win is for Emi. Emi wins the first race of the series. Evely that will have to win the next one in order to have a possibility to achieve the qualification to the semifinals.
If Evely hadn't tapped that wall exiting the second to last corner, she probably would have been right there, nose to nose.
In the end, it was not the case, and she will have to do double the effort now, Evely, in order to beat Emi. Torquay saying no to the defeat of Evely. Evely that has a lot of fans.
Evely has been very, yes, as you stated, very prominent throughout the game so far. She's won many medals, and they're both ready, so 30 seconds until we begin. Race 2.
Race 2. They are both ready. 20 seconds to go. And Emi, who wants to win this second race to get rid of the pressure and qualify for the semifinals. Here we are, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Even start. Even start for both the drivers. Let's see how this goes now. For now, no mistakes. They are both doing quite decent lines.
Evely nice and tight around the apex of the corner and the curbing. Maybe just not quite as tight as Emi was earlier, and Emi's doing really good in that final section there.
Now they are pretty even, I would say.
The gap is a little bit larger than it was between those two the first race. Oh, Emi a little wide through that corner there.
No mistakes here. Evely that has the angle, but Emi has the momentum, but not enough. It's gonna be victory for Evely in this race too, which means that we'll have a third race between Emi and Evely to qualify for the semifinals. It is the third race that Emi will have to race, because she already had one against Morticia Villota.
Both drivers are painted, both drivers are ready. 30 seconds until we begin race 3.
30 seconds now, here we go. Emi Blueberry with the fishy livery. 5 lights.
5 lights are lit.
Good start for both drivers. These drivers don't have bad starts.
They don't have bad starts unless they forget to go.
This is the last race. They must not make mistakes. A mistake now is being eliminated, basically. The gap is even between both of them. I think it's slightly ahead for Evely at the moment. She now makes a wide turn.
Yes, that was probably the biggest gap of the 3 races across the line the first time, but Emmy had a really good entry into the corner right before the tunnel.
Well, let's see now. It's gonna be very even. Emmy now with the angle. Evely against the wall. Evely against the wall is eliminated. Evely Onyx is eliminated, and Emmy Blueberry qualifies for the semi-finals. Evely, that anyways with the gap it was going to be a victory for Emmy, I believe, but Evely definitely denied us the possibility to see that final wheel to wheel because she collided against the wall, and Emmy qualifies for the semi-final where she will face definitely a person named Sam. Emmy versus Sam in semi-finals is already decided. Now we are wondering which Sam. That we will find out in the next minutes when Sam Phoenix and Sam Cathias face each other for a spot in the semi-finals.
Which I believe is actually pronounced Katias. There's no TH. It looks like a TH, but it's HT.
Then
so
it's
Katias.
Cathias. Sam Cathias facing Sam Phoenix.
Yeah, last name or the first name is really messing with people's dyslexia out there.
We'll see which one of the 2 Sams qualify for the semi-finals. Sam Phoenix representing Alpinium. I'm very certain that by the way, there will be a race for the 3rd position, right? I mean, there must be, because there needs to be a 3rd medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually yes. So we will have a race for the 3rd position between the 2 people that doesn't qualify from the semi-finals. But for now, we'll have first the Sam Cathias versus Sam Phoenix. The duel of the Sams. Yorkie says the legend. Yorkie saying something about the legend and the myth. Fatality saying Evelyn is a beast. She scored like 10 goals in soccer. Amy Blowery says I haven't been that nervous in a race in a long time.
Looks like it's gonna be a fun and done final.
Oh, it could be. That's right.
Yeah, could happen. A Valkyrie vs Semi in the final is possible, but first they need to face and defeat one of the Sams and Clifford McTitties. But now, 5 lights. No, Sam Cathias has a bad start, and Sam Phoenix has the advantage in the very beginning. But Sam goes not very wide.
Oh, Sam into the wall.
Sam into the wall while Sam doing a nice lap while Sam goes into the slow zone. Now Sam against the wall again. It's clearly an advantage from Sam in this very first lap. Sam is clearly ahead.
All right, last names here. Katias is currently visually ahead, but not technically in the lead. That would be Phoenix's advantage. Phoenix through the slow zone under the tunnel, but
that was a weird turn. But still, I think Phoenix has the advantage.
Yes, with the net lead through the final 2 corners, it is Phoenix ahead of Katias. And Phoenix a little slow through that final section, but will win. That was close.
Will be enough.
Closer than I thought it was going to be.
Enough for Sam Phoenix to win the first race. Now they will swap positions. Sam Katias will start from lane 1 and Sam Phoenix from lane 2. Some people copy the numbers of each other. These two guys decided to directly copy the names. Let's see how this race 2 goes. People supporting Sam in the chat. Yorkie says, go Sam. We also support Sam. We definitely want Sam to win. And I really wish that Sam loses to Sam.
Alright, Sam is ready. Just waiting on Sam.
Remember,
Really
Uncle
good stuff,
Sam
that
wants you
Sam
for the army. Here we are, waiting for Sam Phoenix to click the red X and give the signal that she is ready.
Check your red X's or forever be Sam.
That's right.
I don't think that one worked very well. 30 seconds, here we go.
30 seconds.
It's the Sam and Sam show, race 2.
Sam Phoenix wishing good luck to Sam Katias, who we cannot read from here, but I'm pretty certain that he's giving back the good luck. He's a good sportsman. 1 light,
1 light,
2 lights,
2 light.
3 lights, 4 lights,
And
5
5.
lights.
Both drivers pushing up against the gate and away they go.
Now
Doesn't
it's-
even start this time.
Yes, this time is an even start, so Katias has the opportunity to fight Phoenix for the victory of this second race. He
Sam
definitely-
Phoenix with a really, almost had a really good sector
Ugh.
going through that right before the tunnel, but hits the wall and then drives a bit wide. But I think might still have the advantage. Oh, she's a bit slow through that one bit though.
Katias is clearly ahead at this point.
At this point, yes, at this point it is Sam Katias with the advantage.
Let's see how this goes for the rest of the lap. Phoenix is
Sam
going
Katias-
too wide.
And Sam does a pretty decent job going through the sequence of corners right before the tunnel. Rides the wall a bit,
Yes, quite a lot. Still,
but
he's
is
ahead.
in the lead. And Sam Katias will advance over Sam Phoenix.
This, it is a 1-1 right now, isn't it? Because no, Sam, who won the first race?
Oh, that's right. Who won the first race? I'm sorry.
I know it was Sam who won, but I got confused. I think it was Phoenix the race one or not.
Which Sam was
Yes,
it?
yes.
Sam won, right? Yes.
Phoenix won the first race and Katias won the second race, so we'll have a last race now.
I legitimately got confused because of Sam's.
We are doing a mess with all this thing.
Aye.
Sam lanes now.
Okay, so
Oh, Phoenix has raced 2 cars. Be careful there.
I think I'm gonna delete that one and then move her back. Okay, so yet again,
Now, yes, the final race. It is also the second race for Katias, where he has to race a third race.
I think this is the third time in a row now we've gone down to 3 or
Fourth.
no.
Fourth time because we have. Let me see. We have.
Well, I know overall, but I'm talking in a row.
In a
This is
row,
at
yes.
least the second time in a row.
Yes, second time in a row. Because the race before was Emmy against Evely, where Emmy won 2-1. So it's the second time in a row. We were expecting at this point in the event to see more third races, because the level starts to get closer more and more. Now, 30 seconds for the last race of the quarterfinals, which will decide who face Emmy Blueberry in the semi-final. 5 lights, and here we go.
Both drivers are off evenly.
Good start for both drivers.
Sam keeping it a bit too tight through that first section there. She should have gone a little bit wider because it tightens up later in the corner.
They are both doing decent enough lanes. It's unclear who's in the lead at the moment.
I just realized I said Sam alone. I meant Sam. Sam Phoenix messed up their first corner. So across the line, it is Sam Katias with the advantage.
Yes, I think Sam Katias has the advantage at the moment.
A little slow on exit for their first corner of the intersection. Sam Phoenix really pushing it hard, dives deep into the corner there right before the tunnel, but gathers it up, doesn't hit the wall, does not hit the slow zone. I'm speaking way too fast. Through the final corner, oh, it's even. It is close.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be Sam Katias through the final corner.
it's
Sam
gonna be
Katias
just-
will advance.
Will be for Sam Katias. Sam Katias defeats Sam Phoenix and qualifies for the semi-finals. He can be very proud.
Yes, he can. Because he showed up to this with very little practice. Like, he didn't even know that this was happening. I think he only just learned today that this event was happening.
And it was enough to qualify for the semi-finals of the motorsport event from the Grid Games. Now we'll have the semi-finals where we'll have in the first place Valky Skylaker against Clifford McTitis in the first semi-final, while for the second semi-final we'll have Amy Blueberry against Sam Katias. This duel now between Valky and Clifford, definitely interesting to watch. It's gonna be.
So you have what are basically two fan favorites in a sense going up against each other here. No one knows who's gonna... Well, I mean, we can have some pretty solid predictions, I suppose, but still.
Anything can happen. You can make a mistake and
Yes.
it can cost you the whole thing.
Mistakes here are very expensive. On the paper, if we take a paper, if we look at the stats, experience and stuff, Valky should have the advantage, but we can definitely not believe that Clifford is out already, because Clifford is definitely one of the most talented rookies we had in the last season joining the event. Valky that has switched to KFC Racing.
That's the conundrum with Valky, because she, even though she's a proven champion, she can't relax too much because Vance is able to maintain pace. So
30 seconds until we begin race one of Valky Skylaker versus Clifford McTitties.
30 seconds, here we go. Let's see who wins this race. I really want to see an even fight.
Keep it clean, nothing above the belt or below the belt. Was it? What? I don't know how boxing works. Is it above or below the belt where they say don't do that? Or
I don't know, but 5 lights and here we go. Even start for both of them.
if it's boxing, it's below the belt, obviously, because you got to hit them in the head. Okay, so Clifford, decent section through that first bit right before the tunnel. Valky keeping it tight, but not as tight as she usually does around that second swinging corner right before the bridge. But with the gaps as they are, it looks like Valky with the advantage.
Yes, a very slightly advantage from Valky, but he will see how much does this last.
Valky nails that section coming into the bit right before the tunnel. And where they stand now, unless Valky screws up, it's all hers.
Yes, Valky should have the advantage right now.
Clifford, though, really nice at the final corner. If he can do that in the second race, that'd be great. Keep the whole lap together, and it's Valky winning race one. They will swap lanes.
Victory for Valky Skylaker in the first race. Now they will swap lanes, and Clifford will start from lane 1. They are racing the cars again. Valky says in the chat, Sam beat Sam and Sam advanced. I mean, meanwhile, stop trying to commentator course Valky.
Alright. Clifford is ready to go. Their X has been checked, as is Valky. 30 seconds until race 2. Alright, predictions. Who do you think is going to do it?
I really hope that Clifford wins so we have a third race. Third race is always good.
So, just real quick, as the bracket does not reflect, we are going to have an extra race for the third position. So basically the loser of this will go on to run for third, I think it is, yeah. 5 lights are lit. And off they go.
Even start for both cars.
Clifford, decent through the first half of that corner, but a little bit wide on exit. Slow zone for Clifford.
Oh no, for Valky against the wall! Valky against the wall!
Valky's stuck!
Clifford
And
with
off
the
she
clear
goes.
advantage right now. Valky touched a wall and get stuck against the other. Now Clifford is clearly in advantage, even if Valky could have the better pace. This is why you can't really like predict who's gonna win, because you can have just a little accident. And
Clifford can just coast home. He needs to take it easy. Don't push too hard, because he was way too low in that first corner, nearly hit the slow zone. So just take it easy, and this race is all yours. Through the final 2 corners, Clifford McTitties will win race 2, and we will go down to a third attempt between these two.
Clifford McTitties makes no mistakes in the second race, and that means that we will have a third race for the first spot in the final.
This would be a huge upset if
It
Clifford
would be.
pulled it off.
My
it's
mental
Mac-
predictions were incorrect. I didn't say who I thought was going to win. I thought it was probably going to be Valky, but I was completely wrong.
This is what we wanted, a third race. But now Valky with that accident must be quite nervous, because now she knows that if she makes a similar mistake in the following race, she is out. Same for Clifford. He must learn from what just happened with Valky, and he must be mindful of what kind of lane he plans to race.
So, just looking back at the previous results, Clifford McTitties, he finished his first race. Let's see, is there a total time on this thing?
I mean, there's no chat history.
About 54.7 seconds was the total time for Clifford. 30 seconds to go until the start of the race. And the second race, the total time was 54.8. So he was actually a little bit slower in the second race compared to the first.
Might be that Valky has actually the advantage in this case if she doesn't make a mistake. But we'll see. Maybe she has the pace, maybe not. Let's see how this third race is resolved. Valky against Clifford, 1-1, 4 lights, 5 lights, and the race for the first spot of the final starts. Even start for both of the drivers. Ooh.
Clifford, I think he tapped the wall
Yes.
in that first bit there. That's not good for his acceleration whatsoever.
Clifford taps on the wall. That's gonna give a little of advantage for Valky, but not that much yet.
Clifford running a little bit of a conservative line. He's a bit wide through those final the final segment of corners.
Okay, the gap is quite even, I would say, even if with that little oh, slow zone for Clifford now.
But it's not that penalizing from where he hit it. He still might be in this. A bit wide there, though. Over the bridge.
I don't know. Ooh, it's gonna be quite even, eh?
Oh,
it's gonna be very even.
If he carries the speed nice and tight through,
it's very even, eh? It's gonna be for Valky. No, it's gonna be for Valky. It's gonna be for Valky for a little gap.
Oh, that was so close. If he had, oh man, that was great.
That was very even. Valky Skylaker qualifies for the final, but that last race was very even actually. Could have been for any of them. What a final race we saw here. We saw from the angle of the finish line, you know.
Oh.
It was very close.
Okay, so, oh wait a minute. Who's okay? So
We have
right. Clifford does not need to come back yet. I accidentally left a message. He might have seen it incorrectly. So Clifford, no, he does need to go back to Racers Island. We still have one more race to go before we have officially decided the final two, and then we will have our third place medal run. So I need
would it make
to
sense
expand.
to have? Would it make sense to have first the third place match, and the final after that?
Sorry, no. Well, yeah. So we will have this race here with
Mhm.
Emmy versus Katias. Then we'll have the third place medal
Yes.
run, and then yes.
Okay. That's what I wanted to clarify. So we'll have Amy Blueberry. Well, first, we will see here reflected in a moment in the webpage, Valky Skylaker qualifying for the final, and we'll have in the semi-final, Amy against San Katias. In the meantime, swimming results: Euris wins the first place in the swimming event. P2 for Evelyonix, who's collecting medals, as well as Morticia Villota, who finishes P3. But now, back to the racing. Amy Blueberry will face Sam Katias for a spot in the final, and if it goes as expected, we could actually have a how was it, a fun and bang.
Who? What? I was a bit distracted trying to get people brought over here. So
What combo is Amy and Valky? Was fun and bang, or
Fawn and Bun. Yeah.
Fun and Bun?
Fawn and Bun. Yes, that's
Fun
their,
and bang? Okay.
It's a store
That's the
name
combo.
and kind of a pseudo racing team. Fawn and Bun Racing. They haven't officially run under that moniker yet, but they do have a logo for it. Whenever they do.
So here we are, Amy Blueberry against Sam Katias. Amy that's having an incredible performance in this event.
Sam Katias is ready.
Sam Katias ready. Amy Blueberry
Amy
ready.
Blueberry is ready. 30 seconds.
Let's see how this goes.
Katias is doing really well, so Emmy can't relax.
Emmy cannot relax. She has to be flawless, effectively. Because Sam really capitalizes on others' mistakes so far.
Yes, definitely. Like Sam Katias, part of the merit of being here is being consistent.
Yes.
Here we go. If Amy makes a mistake, Sam Katias will take advantage of it, definitely. So she must focus.
But it's an even start between the two.
Yes.
Both a fairly decent line through their first corners. Sam into the wall through the slow zone.
No, Sam Katias completely out. That should definitely be very punishing for him, and yes, it is, because Amy is ahead already of him with 1 lap to go.
Yes, as it should be. If you were even, it would be Sam in front by a fair few car lengths, but it is instead Emmy. So, unless Emmy completely screws it up,
Which can happen,
but
but not yet.
Yep. Nice and clean for her. One more corner to go, and it is Emmy Blueberry winning race 1.
Amy Blueberry wins the first race, and they will have swap lanes now. Oh my god, I was not showing the... Sorry for the chat. I
Oh, you had it on the bracket?
I had the fucking... Sorry for the chat. I had the bracket displaying, but yeah, it was a victory for Amy.
So, that being said, at least we do have Victoria's stream. Victoria is streaming as well on her side. She has been keeping her eyes on the track, so she did catch that on her end. And she also has our commentary over her stream. She opened our video. It is a bit delayed, though, with that being said.
Just for context, what happened to Sam is that in this corner here, he went all this slow zone and reincorporated into the road here. So yeah, here is the spot where Sam Katias lost the advantage.
Yes, and we have about 20 seconds now until the race, the next race begins.
Now, yes, now it's gonna be visible.
1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5. Both are pressing up against the gate and off they go.
And it's gonna be quite an even start again for both drivers.
Sam a little wide on exit, but he doesn't hit the slow zone. He just avoids it.
Ooh,
But he
now
does hit
against
the slow zone there. Oh, he's stuck in
very
the
slow zone for Sam Katias. And again, a
again,
slow
stuck in the slow
zone.
zone.
My god. This is being a
I think
gift
Emmy
for
might
Emmy.
have I think Emmy might have tapped the slow zone on the second to last corner of her first lap there, but clearly not enough to slow her down significantly. Still, never say never. There's a lot of lap left.
Emmy really needs to make a huge mistake now for Sam Katias to be able to catch up. Otherwise, Emmy is about to qualify with a 2-0 to the final. Emmy Blueberry will face Valky Skylaker in the final of the Motorsport event from the Grid Games. Sam Katias finished P2. It was a good ride for him so far. He managed to achieve the semi-finals. And the next race, actually, Sam just don't leave, because we'll have a third place race between Clifford McTetis and Sam Katias. Now we'll see in a moment how Emmy qualifies for the final. It's not updated yet.
Okay, so I now need to bring over, let's unlock the sim, and then
Now the match for the third place, the bronze medal, between Clifford McTetis and Sam Katias. We are waiting now for Clifford McTetis to join. Here he is. It's gonna be an interesting race between Clifford and Sam. Clifford that can also be very proud of achieving this possibility to qualify for the podium, as well as for Sam. They were definitely not the favorites, and still they managed to reach a very, very far point in the bracket. Clifford already ready.
but he's in the wrong lane. I've said it twice now. Sam 1, Clifford 2.
True. Ah, Clifford is 2?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but they seem to have completely claimed their lanes, but I'm not standing for this. I
mean-
said what the lanes are.
I
so-
mean, if they're seeing the bracket in the web page, I understand why they got confused, because
Well, no, just because I mean, if Sam's on, you know what? Whatever. If we're running it, it's 1:30. We're just gonna go. If this is what they want to do, okay, fine, sure. All right, they are both ready to go.
Luke losing his patience. He's about to
little bit.
explode.
Okay, here we go. 30 seconds until the beginning of the first race of the bronze medal match.
Bronze medal will be for Clifford McTetis or Sam Katias. We'll find out in the next 5 minutes. So much tension here between two men.
Regardless,
2 lights,
what
3
it
lights,
goes to,
4 lights, 5 lights.
Hang on. Say that one more time, JC.
yeah, I was saying that regardless of who this goes to, it'll be a nice podium.
It will be.
Yes, definitely. Very well deserved podium for whoever takes the bronze medal.
So far, looking very clean between the two of them.
Yes, they are doing very clean lines. No mistakes.
no!
No! Clifford McTetis against the wall. That's gonna give Sam Katias a big advantage. He
He
must
pulled.
this is exactly what Sam Katias loves. Other people's mistakes, because Sam is being by far one of the most consistent drivers of the day.
Clifford.
No, Clifford against the slow zone now. What's happening with Clifford? He just gave the first race to Sam Katias. No, Sam Katias against the wall, but it's gonna be not enough to slow him down. And Sam Katias winning the first race in the fight for the bronze medal. What happened to Clifford? He had two huge mistakes: a wall first and a slow zone later.
He hit the wall on approach to that long sweeper right before the underpass of the bridge, and then flew through the grass, similar to what happened in the last race. I think it was Sam who did that. Anywho, yeah. So and then his first accident, exact same thing that happened to Evely. Maybe not quite as bad as Evely's accident, but it was the same thing. So teammates in the same cars with the same issue and the same corner.
That's how quickly things can turn for you. Like, if you make a mistake, it seems like it just perpetually gets worse sometimes.
Yes. And the thing is
Race
that
2.
mistakes against Sam Katias you cannot do, because Sam is really taking advantage of the mistakes of the others.
About 15 seconds from this point until race 2 begins. Roughly.
Here we go. Race 2 for the bronze medal. Clifford needs to win, but Sam Katias won't make it easy. Ooh, slightly better start for Sam Katias actually.
Yeah, so Sam actually waited right until the lights went out to hit the throttle, which is really risky because the starting line, those lights when they go out.
A slow zone from Clifford McTitis again.
Oh no! Oh, he's
Clifford
really got
McTitis on the slow zone. He cannot make another mistake, otherwise he's doomed. And the gap is still not too big. He can still come back, but he cannot make any more mistakes.
Yeah. So again, to finish my comment, you can risk, if you want to, you can risk hitting the throttle right at the starting line, but it's randomized. It is not the exact same millisecond that it lets you go. So Sam.
No, Sam Katias against the wall now. It's the advantage for Clifford McTitis. Clearly advantage for Clifford McTitis now that he will win race 2. Now it was Sam Katias the one that made the mistake, very rare because he was being very consistent, and now is Clifford McTitis the one that wins race 2, and we will have, yes, a third race for the third position, for the bronze medal. Third race now between Clifford McTitis and Sam Katias.
Wow.
Mistakes are being very penalizing in this tournament. Two cars in Clifford's position. One of them needs to be removed. Sam Katias that apologizes every time he loses, I don't know why. Look, there are two cars in Clifford's position.
Yes. Oh, that's why he says sorry, because he accidentally rushes the wrong car.
Ah, okay. Yorkie says 3 races is great because it means Astra saying McTitis even more. Yes.
Oh, both drivers are ready to go already. Here we go. 30 seconds for the final race of the bronze medal match.
I just don't feel natural to say McTeres. How it is? McTeres. Doesn't feel natural to me.
Use a D sound for the T's.
McDidis. Clifford McDidis about to.
Not the first T. The first T is a T, but the other 2 T's are D's.
So McTidis.
There's an innuendo in there. What I just said, I just realized. Okay, here we go.
4 lights, 5 lights,
and off they go.
Good start for both of them. Yes. I'm very nervous about the mistakes now, because one mistake now eliminates you and gives the medal to the other one. Ooh, Sam, very close to the wall.
But that's a lot of momentum to his advantage. So coming through the final 2 corners, Sam Katias with quite a big gap. Maybe. Oh, it's hard to tell. It's impossible. Okay, it looks pretty even right now.
Yes, pretty even. I think it's still a slight advantage, but ooh, very
Sam a bit
wide now.
Clifford with a really, really good section right before the underpass.
He nailed that part.
Nailed it. So he just needs to get these last two corners down. Here comes Sam. But no, it looks like Clifford, if he doesn't screw up this last corner, it's all his. Clifford McTitties, across the line, will claim the bronze medal.
And that is the bronze medal for Clifford McTitties.
Those are some nice titties.
Yes. Clifford McTitties that wins the bronze medal. Very nice race now. No mistakes in this third time.
It is now time for
There's a movement in the chat. Can't Steve the Cliff. But yes, as Rook is saying, now we have the race. Now we have, friends, the final. Valky Skylaker against Amy Blueberry for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, for the gold medal of the motorsport event from the Grid Games. Fan and Van will race each other in the final race of this event. Who will take the gold medal, who will take the silver medal, we'll find out. But this is gonna be an interesting duel because it's a duel between teammates. Remember that Emi and Valky were teammates the last two GP1 seasons. And
well, it'll be like a brutal, bloody death match of who's the cutest.
Exactly. Who's the cutest of the two of them? They are arriving to the sim already. Racing the cars. It will be Valky Skylaker starting in lane 1. Amy Blueberry starting in lane 2. Valky moves back to Cute Kitty Racing livery, and Amy, who will probably use the Fishy Motorsports livery. No, it's the Faun and Bang racing livery.
Oh yeah.
In honor to her colleague, who's the person who's facing at the moment. Valky, Emi, for the gold medal in the Grid Games.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. Who do you think is gonna win?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a toss-up, really.
Gonna be a tough battle, definitely. I'm pretty certain that we'll have a third race if none of them mess it up. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and here we go.
It's an even start. Let's see if these two can keep their nerves in check. Valky goes on the apex, but a little wide on exit. Emi with a really good section right before the underpass.
Both of them performing brilliantly, as we can expect from two finalists. I think they're quite even at the moment.
Valky hits the wall.
That's gonna be penalizing for her.
Emi just a tad wide on exit as well, but Valky really brings it in tight with that. Again, the same section right before the underpass. Oh, through the
slow zone for Valky. That can be slow zone for Valky again.
That's Blueberry on the outside, taking race number 1.
Emi wins race number 1 thanks to those mistakes from Valky. She was doing quite well until this very last sector here, when she suddenly started to eat all the slow zones possible. First one, this one, and then I guess she thought she had a different grip because of the speed of the car and went into this slow zone here as well, which gave Emi the advantage. And what an advantage, because if Emi Blueberry wins the following race, she will become the champion.
Yes, we will. This is not a best of 5. This is just a best of 3 because it is 1:38 p.m. We don't want to run this event too long.
Here we are. Second race. We'll see. We'll have a
Valky
third
is
race or
ready.
not. Valky is ready. Amy should be ready as well. She is.
Emmy's ready. 30 seconds.
Race 2.
Seems like Emmy's always chill for like these marquee events. She pulls something off.
She is one of the more often laxed racers out there. She does express her nervousness, as Asdria stated in an earlier comment, but she can relax a bit because she knows who she's going up against. I mean, Valky is really fast. There's that respect to be nervous, but she loves racing against Valky. She loves being a teammate with Valky, and away they go for what could be the final race, but who knows?
Amy that already prepares the turn 1. Two friends racing each other, but only one of them will be alive at the end of the event.
What the fuck? Somebody's gonna die?
Teammates.
This is like the Squid Games. Whoever loses must be killed.
Oh,
No,
Emmy
Amy against the
no!
wall! Amy against the wall! That was a huge mistake that will give a lot of advantage to Valky, who must not make mistakes now. Valky Skylaker, who really needs to have a clean line now, and the race should be for her.
Through the final 2 corners.
And it's
Valky
gonna
can
be for Valky Skylaker. We will have third race between Amy and Valky. First one, mistake from Valky. Race 2, mistake from Amy. In the third race, we will see who is the champion. Amy versus Valky. What an intense fight. Here they come.
Teammates, business partners, best of friends. Jesus, Asdria, who do you think it's going to be?
I just enjoy like these Game 7 final minute moments.
I just hope that they
Nice.
cross the line the closest possible. So no mistakes from any of them.
Valky Skylaker in lane 1 is ready to go. Emmy Blueberry in lane 2 is ready to go. The timer is started. About 25 seconds from this point until the final race of the day commences.
30 seconds to go.
More than
Valky
that,
and
or
Amy.
less than that. We're at like 15 now.
15 now. Valky and Amy for the championship.
The gold medal.
The gold
of
medal.
The Motorsports division of the Grid Games. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Both pressing up against the gate, and away they go. It's an
Good
even
start.
start. No
Yes.
issues.
Ooh, a
Valky
slow stop for
choked.
Valky.
Wait!
Yeah.
Valky way too tight through turn 1. Hits the slow zone. Oh, goodness. Emmy with a good section right before the underpass.
That slow zone should give a little advantage to Amy now, but we will see how much that will last.
Emmy with quite a sizable gap over the line to
Yes.
complete the first circuit.
No mistakes now.
Emmy with a good turn 1 of the intersection. Valky keeping it tight. Oh, she goes a little bit wide trying to correct through the long outside corner. Emmy,
I think Emmy's
a little
ahead.
wide.
I think
That's what
Amy is ahead.
Oh,
But
it's close.
we'll be
It's
close.
gonna
We'll be close. We'll be very close.
It's gonna be... Emmy
We'll
with
be
the
very
momentum on
close.
the outside, down to the line. Emmy Blueberry is your Grid Games gold medalist.
Amy Blueberry wins the gold medal in the motorsport event from the Grid Games. Amy Blueberry is the champion. I know this is Valky. Amy Blueberry is the champion. Valky achieves silver medal. They are congratulating each other. They are very happy from the performance they just offered to all of us.
Can we get an Emmy, you did it, let's fucking go kind of announcement?
Again, but this time I'm not on her radio, so she won't listen to me. But of course, we are very happy that Amy, such a talented driver with a lot of experience.
All right, Asdria,
back
take
to
the... Yep, head back to the main sim, or Gracer's Island for the podium.
Okay, let's move back.
I have sent Victoria the link as well. If she's not listening or wasn't paying attention to the chat, look at your IMs. I've sent you the Racers Island TP link to get back to the region.
What an amazing race we have saw in the end. I'm glad that we finished this way with a very nice third race where both of them could have won. Amy Blueberry proving that she is a top tier driver, winning the Grid Games Motorsports event. Very well deserved champion.
Indeed. That was an amazing event. It ran long. I expected it to run a bit long, but we're nearing 2 p.m. here. There's 15 minutes until equestrian cross country. I think it's equestrian. So we got to get this podium over with for those who want to head over there.
We'll have the podium now. Will you have an anthem?
No.
Why not? You have it anyways. You can just run it.
Yeah, but imagine if there were various. Imagine if someone won the medals or the gold medal, and I had no idea what their nationality is, and I wouldn't have their. Maybe they had some obscure anthem that has never raced in GP1. I only have anthems of people who race in GP1.
But it didn't happen. So what to worry about something that didn't happen?
Oh, okay, whatever. I'll do it. Fine, sure. But I got to get this going. So.
Hey, look, the silver lining is that at least 40 people didn't show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we have all the people. Alright, let's get this podium started. 15 minutes until the next Grid Games event, so we need to move.
Your bronze medalist of the day. Everyone put your hands together for Clifford McTitties.
Let's go, Clifford. Well done, Clifford. I'm glad that he got the medal because I remember that Clifford in a certain moment he kinda rage quit our races because he suffered a bit dealing with the traffic and the stuff, but I'm glad that he's back and I'm glad that he achieves this medal because it is a good proof for him that he's actually talented and he can reach great goals. P2 for Valky Skylaker, who also performed an incredibly good series, I have to say. Clearly the best series with Amy Blueberry. Silver medal for her. We have Clifford with the bronze medal, Valky with the silver medal, and your gold medalist for the 2025 Grid Games Motorsports Tournament. Everyone please give a loud cheer for Amy Blueberry. I'm doing gesture applauses. Here it is, your podium for the motorsport event from the Grid Games 2025. Bronze medal for Clifford McTitties, silver medal for Valky Skylaker, and the champion gold medal for Amy Blueberry. Such a nice podium we have today here. A big congratulations once again to your podium, Clifford McTitties, Valky Skylaker, and Amy Blueberry. This music that comes out from nowhere, but it works for me. Well done to the three podiumers. Thank you all for attending today's event. Thanks again to Carly Finesmith and Candy Tomorrow for hosting us here at Racers Island, and thank you to Victoria and Tidus of the Grid Games for allowing this event to be held.
Yep, this was this event went very well. Very happy with the turnout. Super happy with the podium. Glad with the tensions and the stories and the unexpected outcomes that took place. It went better than I thought it did. Than it would have. And just thrilled. I'm excited to do this again next year, but we have to wait one full year.
But in the meanwhile, we'll have to wait. At
You
least
should
until-
probably consider capping it at 20 drivers because of the amount of time it takes.
Well, I think what needs to happen next time is just give more advanced time for this event to be run.
Hmm.
I mean, time-wise, it was not that bad.
It was like 3 hours.
That's great. I mean, for
Yeah,
3 hours of pure racing is great.
I think it took 3 hours to do a normal bracket and a loser's bracket with just, 12 people last time we did this? So, yeah. I need to, there's certainly some stuff to refine for next year. I need to make it easier for people to swap lanes so that they don't have to change their paints all the time. And just to make sure that everyone is at ease, I need to ensure that both lanes are, somehow make it so that everyone is at ease, that both lanes are completely even. I'm sure there's still some speculation that lane 1 had the advantage, but as we saw, it just is completely up in the air. Anyone could make a mistake at any time. It could just be pure coincidence that lane 1 kept winning as often as they did. But other than that, very happy with how this went. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for attending this event, watching this event if you are not present at either venue. And I look forward to how the rest of the games go. Big reminder, 5:30 p.m. Is the closing ceremony for the Grid Games. Be sure to be there. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be held. I think the Coliseum, but they will leave all the information needed in the Grid Games group chats and notices.
Alright, so that's it, my friends. Thank you everyone for joining the stream, for joining the event, for taking part, and congratulations to Clifford McTittis, Vicky Skylaker and Emmy Blueberry for achieving bronze, silver and gold medals respectively. With this done, I guess we will see you next week, because next week we'll have something special next week, or just
No, I don't think anything in particular is happening next week. Well, I mean, I think we might have some demolition derby racing that hasn't been announced yet.
Nice. And the Fast Friday, of course, we'll have as well.
Fast Fridays, yes, there's Fast Fridays. Stock car racing, for those who have no idea what that is. Which I think the next race is at The Grind, but you'll see notices. Just join the Racers Island community group if you want to keep up on that, or the FVA Discord group. Just lots to do around here. LC Racing Circuits, Racers Island, for anyone who wants to get more involved in motorsports in Second Life.
And that's it. Thank you everyone again, and see you next week. Or if you are joining this night the closure event from the Grid Games, you are also welcome to join. This being said, bye bye.
Bye bye.